I've noticed that this is not so easy to continue our process of restoration, and today let's talking about that.
Patrick's Garage.
Grab your snack, welcome back. And let's move on to this question: how to maintain this desire to continue our restoration project? Because a lot of unfinished restoration projects, and how to avoid this is really sadly, when you want to repair car and you have any difficulties during this journey, and sometimes you see online that a lot of offers of unfinished restoration projects. But how to avoid this with our restoration project? And yes, as in a lot of deals, we want to have triggers to continue our process. In other words, motivation. Yes, motivation, desire, your passion, what you really want to continue to do. You think you want to go to work every day, but can you thinking what you want to do for nothing? If you don't want to able to earn money that way, and you want to producing these things for your own pleasure, for your own interests. And what can attract you to go to garage and continue to maintain? Yes, this is you can find a lot of indirectly motivations, but this is they only have power if you can find a lot of them. And this is desire can be related with history of your car. Maybe this is car which your granny was owner of this car, grandfather, or any of your relatives. All this is car from your family, and this is really powerful trigger to maintain and to restore this car. And this is a real reason to quote your fancy. You will be really satisfied by results, and you driving this car from your granny. And granny don't want you driving she's car, but you will driving she's car. And a lot of reasons, small reasons, and this main reason you want to restore this car and you like this car. And all of that got me motivated. But you have to find what motivates you. What this will be. You can share with me in the comments. I will really interesting to reading what motivates you to continue restoration projects, and this is motivation gonna keep you going. And yes, as always, as I said earlier in my videos, you want to find sources of spare parts. This is also can maintain your desire. You don't want to have these difficulties with searching process of spare parts, and you want to go to garage and you want to enjoy this process. You want to have to find only motivation, this fire of motivation you desire to maintain your car, to continue, and a lot of sources spare parts. Now, truly say, and that turns out this is more easier than 30, 40 years ago because you have access to spare parts for storages all over the planet. You can order by one click your spare part, what you need for repair, but you want to order spare parts from reputable place. Yes, reputable places, they supply you really good spare parts which you need. But one moment with technical aspects. If you're young and you not understand what means carburetor, what means mechanical ignition, and you want to find sources of this information and where you can find these sources of information, you can find them online. You can find them from groups of interests, and shouldn't be obstacle for restoration process. Lack of information, they all different cars. Even if you know how car works, that not means that you're able to repair it. You need tutor, mentor if you want, or just friends, mechanics. Your friends, you want to asking them, you want to have friendship with old mechanics with gray hairs, which mechanic was familiar with this car model, and he can help you to repair, and a lot of advices will be really helpful during this restoration project. And you want to communicate with old guys, they have experience, but I don't want to say that they are really have a proper knowledge.
So we can't take their head and put for us. But even if you understand how car works, you may still not be able to adjust it properly. And of course, in first time, it's normal. Don't worry about it. You want to find tutor or mentor for get experience. You want to get experience from them. But cars different. A lot of technical features in old cars, And you want to find someone who familiar with carburetor, with contact ignition, because carburetor and contact ignition, which has carburetor, which has nothing with electronic injection, and all the time of your process of your journey of your restoration, you get that motivation that's gonna keep you going, and you can use, and you don't want to forget all these sources of modern society benefits. Now a lot of information online that you can easily look up. And as you know, as I said earlier in my videos, we have to get motivation. First of all, there has to be something that triggers us, a passion, You love your cars from childhood. And also, as in my case, this, for whatever reason, it caught my fancy, I also like cars. And we continue repair old cars because we love them. Yes, we want to admit that this is not good, but sometimes can be so. Sometimes this can be that any guys trying to show off in front of their friends. This is not so good, but this is also triggers for any guys to maintain sharp looking cars, they shining with chrome. Yes, this is always impressive, especially from long distance. Probably you will agree that this just amusing that your friend want showing you his car. But truly say our motivation to go to grocery on old car, this is really a good idea. This is pleasure for all restorators, not to show off in front of our friends, because we have no lack of self-validation, Our car for us, not for our granny. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos about car repairing.